Hey guys, hi, my name is Viren and I welcome you on my channel, Money Trade. So guys, I want to thank you for watching this video, and thank you so much for joining me in this little conversation. All I want to share some important information which is actually happening in the market, and for that you need to little tune for this video if you can. Why? Because it's going to help you in the end. So my only way of asking you to give your time to me, because all I want you to understand what is happening in the market. So guys, if you're aware that everything in this world is keep getting changing, time by time. If we talk about all the previous crashes we saw, maybe your parents or our grandparents, everyone, when they talk about it, सो वो एक ही चीज़ बताते हैं कि जब भी मार्केट गिरता है तो वो उससे ज़्यादा स्ट्रांग उठता है, उसके पीछे कुछ ना कुछ रीज़न होता है. So guys, you don't have to forget that. I'm sure it's a very hard time for all of us, especially for those employees who recently lost their jobs. I thank you for if you're listening, and if you have any friend, just share this video with them and ask them to be prepared, because it's not an end and it's gonna come up. You wouldn't even imagine. You wouldn't even imagine. Trust me. So what is happening in the world? If you talk about 1970, I guess I'm not, sorry, don't take me wrong that I'm not using Indian amount of explaining things. It's because everything, अगर आप देखें ग्लोबल का अगर कोई रिजर्व करेंसी है तो वो यूएसडी ही है. तो अगर मार्केट में अभी कुछ भी होगा, किसी भी कंट्री में कुछ भी होगा, वो कहीं ना कहीं उससे रिलेट करेगा. सो ये आपको जानना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि इसके बिना आप आगे समझ नहीं पाएंगे कि हम तो इंडिया में, भाई हमारे को क्या इम्पैक्ट. भाई अग्री, आप इंडिया में हैं, आपको कोई इम्पैक्ट नहीं है, बट ट्रस्ट मी, देर आर थिंग्स विच यू गोना सी pretty soon. May God not do anything wrong in India, never, but just in case, because we live in the world where we all are connected to everything. Let's talk about financial system. Let's talk about everything, daily things. There are things which we export, there are things which we import. So it's vice versa, so that's what I'm trying to say. So now to understand what we're going to talk in the CBDC, guys. CBDC is, you can see here, like CBDC is a sovereign currency issued by central bank in alignment with their monetary policy. It appears as a liability on the central bank's balance sheet. It must be accepted as a medium of payment, legal tender, and and a safe store of value by all citizens, enterprises, and government agencies. So, guys, let's talk about it. We are living in in the monetary system where जहाँ पे हमें पैसे मिलते हैं तो हम कैश करते हैं, उनको हम अपने बैंकों में रखते हैं. What if you get the money directly from the central banks? That there is no third party banks where you can store your money. Definitely you can, because it's always an advantage to something to have some third thing in the market. So that is what it is. So trust me, that is what they are doing. What will happen? What is the benefit of it? It will stop all the bad occurrence which we normally see in the world, not just in India. Let's talk about drugs. Let's talk about what do you call it, uh, anything, any trading amount we share to the other world while buying any particular asset, like to Russia. If we talk about, we import a lot of a lot of petrol and gas and diesel. So, and somewhere it's this amount is going to help India to pay them in their in CBDCs. And what would be the use? It will accept anywhere in the world, for not just for government, for you, like any relatives you have living in Canada, USA, or anywhere in the Spain, anywhere in the world. It will be very easier. If you talk about प्रेजेंट सिनेरियो, अगर हम अभी का देखें तो उसके अंदर हमें अगर 10,000 रुपये भी किसी कंट्री से हमें भेजने हैं तो आई गेस हमें बहुत सारा अमाउंट देना पड़ता है. आई एम सो सॉरी, आई एम नॉट श्योर हाउ मच अमाउंट वी हैव टू पे फॉर इट, बट what I'm aware is might blow your mind away, and that's what the call all about. So if we continue look forward, just not the transaction, For any spend we are sharing with any other country, or like, let's take an example of America or Russia. There was a high number of 550 billion, or 50 billions guys, and 5 billion to 50 billion, and is the transaction which I guess we make once in a week to every nation, and that is by the government and agencies, and all that. In what we have in India, India is a very big country, guys, it, right? Same for Russia. Let's talk about petrol. Let's talk about any other third thing you might be aware of. We spend a lot, okay, and that's the way it works. So not just in India, America send the same thing to India. They, every word is connected. When we talk about exchanges, every word. So this war, and what we see happens to other countries is, it's this stupidity of ever seen of, that we can ever imagine. People, I don't know, if you talk about living peacefully, lovingly, and if you that kind of person, live chill, enjoy your life, respect everyone, then I must say that this has no use, because in the end they have to come together to work, for their own people, for their for entire world. So if you believe in whole universe, so I guess everyone is same. It just हम इंडिया में कहते हैं गुंडे आ गए, गुंडागर्दी कर रहे हैं, ये कर रहे हैं, वो कर रहे हैं। भाई पता नहीं क्या कर रहे हैं, बट हर किसी का कोई ना कोई रीजन होगा। आई एम नॉट श्योर, बट दैट इज आई एम कंप्लीटली अगेंस्ट ऑफ ऑल दीज वॉर एंड एवरीथिंग। बट अब जो होगा, दैट इज व्हाट वी कैन टॉक अबाउट। सो लेट्स बी really optimistic about things, right? I don't know, I'm sorry, just a second here, guys. Okay, let's continue. So the same way, if we consider everything what I just discussed, it can definitely help us learn more about CBDCs. So let's just come and see. अभी एक देश को, for an example, one nation from like, for an example, America, have to pay some amount to other country, and if it's more than 100 billion dollar, they have to spend around $500,000 to pay that, to get that payment settled, everything, including everything, okay. So and it takes around sometimes it takes months, sometimes it takes a week, of 5 working days or 6 working days to that money to be transferred into other bank account. So what is happening is like, there is all the CBDCs is gonna change the entire world, but there is something called bridge. So अभी आपने अभी देखो, आप 1 लाख रुपया उनको भेजोगे, ठीक है, रशिया को भेजोगे, या 1 करोड़ रुपया आप रशिया को भेजोगे, आप इंडियन INR में भेजोगे, समझ रहे हैं। लेकिन जब वो आप INR में भेज रहे हैं, वो उनके देश में तो वो करेंसी चलेगी नहीं ना, वो तो आपके देश में चलेगी। आप या तो वो आपको वापस दे देगा, मतलब वो उस केस में भी, लेकिन आपको $500,000, मतलब जब आपको पे करने पड़ रहे हैं 1 बिलियन भेजने के लिए, और आपका जो है, अगर देखा जाए, मतलब अगर मैं सारे वर्ल्ड का देखूं तो दिन का $5 ट्रिलियन का पेमेंट होता है, 5 ट्रिलियन, and that is only for the for one country to another country transaction, and if I compare all that amount, including for all the countries, there are around $5 trillion, okay, which basically used by Swift. That is what I saw on their website, and if you want, you can definitely check that out. And if and the amount they're getting charged, they're paying for it, is around $500,000, for present situation. Now there is something called a technology, okay. I'm not going to use any particular name of what people say. See, everything is getting digital, so the blockchain is the future, guys. And in blockchain, if we talk about the XRP, which is Ripple, XRP is just a coin, guys. And why I'm sharing that information, because I get to see many information, I get to download and share that screenshots with you about what exactly it is and how it's gonna change the world. So there is one, if you go to my section of dashboard, you see one of the video which is for 30 second, I guess, which says, in coming till 2024, 50% of the generation will start using digitally. You know, and that's blow my mind away. That if it's gonna happen, 50%. Just think of it, and if it's gonna happen, and so there is, and that's so. What is Ripple? So Ripple, they design the software that they have n number of tie up with other organization to provide their technology to use, that to work as that bridge to transfer that currency, to others account. And if we talk about, it will be backed by gold, basically. Like, what is money? Money is basically backed by, gold in America. So the same things, it's gonna happen. And anyhow, the amount will definitely gonna boost by like a Bitcoin, which you guys, I'm aware of what is Bitcoin. So I'm not aware of that until, I get to hear this information. I'm a I done, my BCom. I done my, masters, and I'm in finance, and I have worked with like an Accenture, and Accenture is one of the organizations. And I have worked with multiple insurance industries and many financial biggest top 5 financial institutions I worked with. And so in order to put my mind away from here to here, and it just flipped, when since I get to know about it. So guys, things gonna change drastically in everyone's life, and it's for a good, guys. It's for a good. And you'll see, all I mean, if you never focusing what is happening in the world, please do share this video with others. Why? Because if you let me just quickly show you something here. Let's just talk about who handles an Indian federal system. Parliament shall legit, legislate on residuary subject following the Article 368 procedure says constitutional amendments in case the above list are to be expanded or amended. The legislation should be done by Parliament under its constitution power per Article 368 with ratification by the majority of the states. So, guys, the Prime Minister of India, as addressed in the Constitution of India, is the chief executive of the government and leader of the majority party that holds a majority in the Lok Sabha. The Prime Minister leads the executive of the government of India. So, where it is coming from, guys? Where it is coming from? So, it is coming from, right? I don't have to tell you everyone's prime minister in India called Narendra Modi. So guys, I'm definitely sure, just try and understand, what is happening behind the pictures. And I'm sure everyone, it's not, I guess, a picture anymore. Everyone knows about it. But just to, if you still missed and you don't know the use of it, I'm here to, help you today. And I was just checking, to what to present today with you, and how to, definitely explain you what exactly I'm going to talk about today. So let's just see, is XRP really make sense? Let's just come to the point now. Yes, you can. XRP make more sense by David Gox is ordered. You can definitely check this post. You can also check it out. There's information about him later, but I'm just going to read this post for you so that you can understand what is happening, okay? Former U.S. congregation candidate and founder of Goxington Media, David Goxington, believes that when looking at the entire picture and zooming out, assets like XRP make more and more sense now. So you can check his tweet, David Goxton. Okay, I don't pronounce. I just call David. Assets like XRP and Algo make more and more sense now if you zoom out and look at the entire picture, not price, but the events that are happening right now. So Definitely, and I completely agree. Not the price, but the events which are happening right now. If you go and check what is happening in the sector of XRP, how they're working with all other banks in the world, how they're going, how the payment system going to change forever. Meanwhile, we will cover the most important people to know what is happening in the market and to know, and they are very important. So let's check. So one of them is James K. Pollan. He's basically an attorney and working very closely with XRP and SEC to update what is happening in the case. And every single update, every day, but even a single information, he will keep you posted on Twitter. Same way, this guy is Jeremy Hogan. So this guy is basically a lawyer, and he is himself an attorney, though he reviewed this case and provide his the best way review it possible. So you can keep close eyes on these people to be updated about the case which is happening against XRP and Ripple. So this is all. Rest we can cover up because every time, or I mean, goes worse, the more it gonna come up harder. So you just need to make your eyes on it. People who says it's gonna happen in now, that amount, that XRP gonna blow off in December. I don't think so. I really don't think so. And I wouldn't even ask you to believe in that, because that is not true. Yes, of course it will for sure. And when it can when it will happen, any day, but not in December. Okay, any day but not in December. That's what I'm thinking of. My what I feel is maybe if you know January, or if you consider it till April, you might can see a changes in it, and you might see the amount is going higher. I don't know how much it would be, but definitely it will. It will, maybe it will. And nobody, we are not financial advisor. All I would say, just have an information what is happening in the market, and I'm sure it will definitely help you guys understand what's happening. And Warren Buffett says once, the more you see us scared, people are scared. More people will scared, the more you can jump in. That's what it is. And I don't know how true it is, but everyone believes in that. And who is actually a professional finance, whosoever the professional guy. And I'm sure there are many people, professional investor, I mean to say, like who they follow him. He's like a god for them. And uh, I don't know how, but guys, it's very risky. And I wouldn't advise any one of you to take a risk, because these are everything based on stories. Okay. And I'm sure, though, if I talk about professionals, they do talk about these things, but they also claim that nothing is too you can be assured of. So please don't, because you never know what's going to happen next, and who you are not the one who's running the market. And I'm sure there are big number of people who are running this market, and they're doing extremely well. Yes, there are a lot of inflation news you probably heard of, like Amazon fired a number of people. You probably checked Facebook fired a number of people. Let's talk about Amazon. They just closed a couple of their businesses. And the impact of losing a job is, it's really hampering everyone's life, not just that individual who was working, but their families, because they all are clubbed, they all are connected. And the same thing, even if I talk about any multinational organization whatsoever is happening in the market, it's not too cool to be, to be rely on, because uh, this inflation not just killing, things in America, but it's gonna be too harsh for all the entire world. But people don't understand that, and they keep on, blaming each other. So I would suggest, not to be stick to the fake newses, but be your own boss. Think like a professionals, and make your own decisions, and whatever the information I'm giving is just what I get to see and I get to analyze from the market. So take your own risk, and if you want to be successful in your life, you know what you want to achieve, and that's what your priority should be. And for now, I would take your leave and would request you, if you like this video, just give a simple like, or not give a like, but at least share with someone who actually need that information, and can build their financial, information in their mind, that what exactly actually happening in the market. And that's what, the motivation is, to give you the right news, what we see in the market, and how it can impact most of us. All right. So thank you for your time, guys, and I really appreciate be with me and connected whenever you will. And thank you. Have a good day.